Good afternoon. Welcome to Channel 8 Sports and East Brunswick High School Girls Basketball. Hi, I'm John Meggiolaro with Jim Allinder and Phil Hill for today's GMC final between East Brunswick and St. Peter's. Jimmy, this is the big time.
It is the big time, and for East Brunswick, it's big time for Erica Weir. You know, Phil made a statement about a month ago during a televised game where he mentioned that the best is ahead for Erica Weir. We are starting to see that right now. In the 3 GMC games that Erica has been playing, this senior leader, this center, is averaging over 21 points a game, and it's very obvious that East Brunswick is going to her. And I can see why. Because when you look at a game against St. Peter's, okay, every possession is going to be important. In this type of game, every possession is going to be important. So then you go to the player that has the best possible percentage chance of scoring. That is Erica. She's money in the basket. She's really come to play, and I can see that being a crucial factor for East Brunswick this afternoon.
And Phil, we talk about St. Peter's, obviously we talk about Kristen Samoji.
Got to talk about Kristen Samoji, the all-time leading scorer, career leading scorer for New Jersey, and she's been tremendous in this tournament here. East Brunswick's going to have to contend with her, and they're a little angry, I tell you. They haven't said it out loud, but a little talking in the papers, and why not? They're 25-0. They're defending county champs, and they're rated number 2 in the county here. They don't like it. They feel they have something to prove. Coach Ernie Veda has done just a tremendous job. The guy has a 270-31 record overall in 11 years, so they're used to winning. They want to take this tournament. They want to prove something to the people of Middlesex County that they are number 1 in this county.
Jimmy, we found out coming in this afternoon to the arena here, Kara Matasuski woke up this morning with a fever.
Yeah, she had 101 temperature actually last night. I watched her as she came out onto the court. By the way, East Brunswick arrived just about 5 minutes ago, and we're about 20 minutes before tip-off. Traffic was really bad coming in. And as Phil had mentioned, Reggie Carney doesn't like routine to be disrupted. So the flow has already been disrupted. As far as Kara Matasuski is concerned, she doesn't show the ill effects, but fatigue could be a problem. And even more important, is she going to be the person that covers Kristen Samoji? Probably not. We understand that Katie Whalen will be the one covering, but I think it's going to take a team effort on the part of East Brunswick to be able to stop Kristen Samoji.
Phil, we talk about Kristen Samoji. Obviously, there are 4 other players out there with her.
4 other players, and they're good players. They wouldn't be 25-0 without them. First one comes to mind is Taika Harper, and she's just a tough rebounder, an offensive force, averaging 18.4 points per game, and Erica's going to have to contend with her. She will be defending against Erica. According to Coach Ernie Veda, he's going to have Taika behind Erica and a guard posting up in front of Erica. Ernie feels basically that they want to stop Erica from having a big day. He's going to force the Bears to make the shots from the outside. If they beat him from the outside, so be it. But he's not going to let Erica get off with a big day and beat him.
All right, a lot of action coming forward in this GMC final here at the Rutgers Athletic Center. And we'll be back with the start of the tip-off in just a moment.
Let's meet the starters.
Well, we welcome you to the Rutgers Athletic Center, where we're getting ready for this afternoon's GMC finals, East Brunswick and St. Peter's. Gentlemen, you can feel the electricity in the air.
I'll tell you, we talked about it so much during the year, and we're finally here. The dream matchup, Lady Bears against the Lady Cardinals. And John, it's you're right, electricity is in the air.
Big contingent from East Brunswick coming down to see this game.
Right now, they're going through the introductions of the St. Peter's players. So far out there, number 23, Carlene Cardiano. Number 44 is Taika Harper. Number 3, Marissa Ship. Number 50, Amber Sinkak. And then last, number 24, Kristen Samoji.
This team, 5th year in a row that they're in the county final.
Just incredible what Ernie Veda has done with that St. Peter squad.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's meet the East Brunswick players for today's game. The starters. Number 25, Colleen King, a sophomore. Jan Prissip, a junior.
And
we've talked about the youth on this team.
I'll tell you, and Jan Prizzip may be the big difference in this game here. I'll talk about that later.
43, Erica Weir. And of course, if you watched us throughout the season on Channel 8, you're familiar with these ladies.
A 5'6" junior, number 30,
Kara Mataseski, number 30.
And at guard, a 5'10" sophomore.
And number 14, sophomore Katie Whalen.
3 sophomores, a junior and a senior.
East Brunswick is coached by Reggie Carney, assisted by Mary Ann.
Beautiful facility here at Lewis Brown Athletic Center.
And I'll tell you, it's got to be a thrill for the young players to come and play at the state university for the county finals. And it's just got to be exciting. But
It's more than that, Phil. This is number 2 and number 3 in the state, and who's to say that these aren't the 2 best teams in the state?
that's a fact. I'll tell you, matchups, that's all you heard all week is to talk about matchup with coaches, matchup with players, and we're going to find out right away what those matchups are and how they're going to turn out.
We're sitting here wondering if, in fact, the national anthem will be played.
Well,
the St. Peter's team is on the court.
They're on the court.
And apparently it will be played, I guess, after this game, Jim.
Well, that's right, because this is the doubleheader.
Right.
The first game of the doubleheader, the other one being the county final between St. Joe's and Bishop Bar.
Taika Harper and Erica Weir bumped each other laughingly. I'll tell you, they know they're going to be going after each other.
Should be fun.
All right, we're about ready to get this game underway, the GMC Finals. And here we go. And East Brunswick will control. That's King. Quickly to Prissop. Whalen from the corner. She'll put it up. Yes, and East Brunswick gets on the board.
Katie Whalen starts off with a big basket. She's been averaging almost 10 points per game in this county tournament. So it's important that she hits from the outside.
Smoji passes it off. Ball still in St. Peter's hand. Blocked by Weir. East Brunswick controls. Quickly down to Whalen on the left side. Inside to Erica by herself. A little strong. And she regains control. Mataseski looks back inside to Weir.
Oh.
Foul, no call.
Look at the job she's doing.
Still won't go.
I'll tell you, the ball didn't go down, but she had about 4 rebounds there.
That's right.
Harper quickly to Smoji. Whalen will be on her. She'll take the shot. She
And
hits.
Smoji hits.
Kristen Simoji.
Quick release by Simoji.
We're tied at 2. King to Whalen. Back inside to Weir.
Beautiful shot.
Oh, and it won't go.
Wow.
I'll tell you, Erica appearing a little tight there, had several open shots. They just haven't gone down. Clearly, she's getting the ball down low, however.
Simoji drives, and a foul's going to be called on Mataseski.
Monaseski helping out Whalen there. Whalen playing Smoji heads up. Monaseski trying to give her some help and committed the foul.
Personal charge to number 30, Kara Monaseski. It is
Christian Smoji, so dangerous. She can drive, she can pull up, take that shot that she made before.
And feed off.
Ship will inbound it for the Cardinals. That's Simoji with the ball. Prissop is on her.
And it's
Partially blocked by King. And it'll go over East Brunswick's way.
That's defense for East Brunswick.
We've seen it all year. The smothering defense by the Bears, hands everywhere. Colleen King coming up with a big block early on.
Prissop needs some help. She'll get it to Whalen. Katie will bring it down. We're tied at 2. First quarter action.
Phil, you got to like that matchup for Erica Weir so far.
Mataseski, a long one. 3-pointer won't go. Weir unable to control him. Simoji quickly will bring it up court for the Cardinals.
Whoa.
Looking down, too far. She was looking for Harper.
I'll tell you, the adrenaline's flowing, just a little too much on it. But you're right, Jim. The Bears are able to get the ball down very easy for Erica Weir. She just hasn't been able to put it down. And, she's playing the high post right now.
Once those nerves calm down, East Brunswick could exploit that.
Whalen, short. Harper to Smoji. Quickly across. Easy layup.
I'll tell you, Amber Sinkak running the lanes very well and putting up the basket, a 4-year starter, so she knows what it's all about.
Sinkak with the hoop. Makes it 4-2, St. Peter's. Quickly inside to Prissop. She'll turn and take the jumper. And East Brunswick can't find one now at the moment. Smoji quickly comes back. Has it knocked away by Whalen. Ship now with it. Whalen with the steal.
There's that defense once again.
Erica needs to post up low.
Mataseski drives, gives it to Weir.
I'll tell you.
And we're tied at 4.
He's getting all kinds of room,
I'll
Phil.
tell you, good dish and good swish. Mataseski seeing the court.
5:12 remaining, first quarter. We're tied at 4. East Brunswick St. Peter's, finals of the GMC girls. Smoji guarded by Whalen.
They're isolating.
Runs into Weir. She'll have to back it out.
And
stolen by King. She's
Colleen was tripped. They didn't call it.
Mataseski will keep it. Three-pointer. Off the rim. Saved by St. Peter's.
Phil are doing a nice job.
Zinkak stolen by Prissa. And they'll say it's on the line.
As I was going to say, Phil, they're doing a nice job of guarding the ball against Smoji, not letting her get to the ball. That's going to be important.
Excellent observation. It's just the defense we've come to expect from the Bears, and they just wear you down with it.
Cardanio looking inside, blocked by Weir.
Wow.
She's got it.
Steals it.
3-on-1 here. East Brunswick wants it.
Weir will give it to Prissa, who'll pull up. Look,
And a strong pass by Prissa. I'll tell you, I'm laughing because
wasn't ready
Jan
for that.
Prissa is so strong, and she just fired that ball in there and nearly took Erica's head off.
Reggie Carney shaking his head.
Erica has a smile on her face like, wow.
All right, Smoji will bring it back up. We're tied at 4, 4:06, first quarter.
Bears content to stay in the man-to-man defense.
Zinkak inside. Foul is called as the bucket's made by Harper.
And Erica picks up her first foul.
And
And this is what I'm sure is a concern for Reggie Carney.
He doesn't want to get Erica in foul trouble, but you got to give Amber Sinkak a lot of credit looking up, a good feed to Harper, and Harper putting it down and drawing the foul.
First substitution for East Brunswick, Courtney Bloor.
Bloor's coming in.
And that may be a factor in this game before it's all over. The fact that the Bears can substitute liberally may be a determining factor. The Lady Cardinals pretty much go with a six-man team.
7-4 is our score. St. Peter's by 3. East Brunswick with the ball. Mataseski, she's off. Rebound by Shalade.
Whalen.
Stolen by Whalen. She'll put it up and makes it.
And Katie hits her first 2 out of 3 shots. That's important because she's been in a little bit of a slump lately.
7-6 now. The Bears down by 1. Smoji pulls up. Sinkak looks inside for Harper, and they're going to call a foul on Weir.
And that's Erica's second one. Could have been an offensive foul. Official standing right there, and Erica has 2.
Prisup will come in, and I think Erica will take a rest.
Sure, it changes the complexion of the game immediately.
And Reggie talked about that earlier in the week. He said he didn't want to get Erica in foul trouble. That's the reason he doesn't have her playing Tarika Harper. That's the reason Jan Prisup is playing Tarika, so Erica doesn't get into foul trouble.
Smoji drives the lane, throws it for Harper, hits the referee.
Wow.
The official's out of bounds, so it should be out of bounds.
That's right. It should have been the call, Phil.
No call, but it'll go to East Brunswick. As Harper fell out of bounds with the ball.
Smoji is an excellent defensive player, so you got to watch her trying to get after the steal here.
King to Whalen, inside to Bloor. She'll turn, throw one up. Bounce knocked away by St. Peter's. It'll go East Brunswick under their own basket.
I'll tell you, what a blessing to have another low post player like Courtney Bloor to come in the game once Erica goes out.
King to inbound. Bloor, too strong. Prisup follows, too short. And East Brunswick's having a little trouble finding the net. Smoji will take the shot. Off. Mataseski quickly with the rebound. Will bring it up court. 2:30 remaining, first quarter. East Brunswick trails by 1, 7-6, and a foul on Smoji.
And Smoji's pointed back and saying, she pushed me off.
Wow.
I'll tell you, official standing right there, Tim.
Personal foul charge to number 24.
I'll tell you, you know what that begs?
It's her first. St. Peter's first team foul.
Reminds me a little Pop.
Bloor with it, being pressured. She'll give it to Monteseschi. Carroll will drive, gets tied up, has it knocked away, stolen. Smoji on a break by herself. Prissa chasing her.
And Smoji puts it down.
9-6, St. Peter's by 3 again.
That's her 4th point.
King takes it down to the far left corner. Back out to Whalen. Whalen hit from behind,
Harper
no
with a
foul.
block.
Nice
This is
pass.
Ship on the breakaway. 11-6, and Reggie Carney wants a timeout.
Yeah, he needs to do. Erica Weir being out of the game changes East Brunswick's offensive pattern, and that's been disruptive so far.
All right, let's turn down and listen to Reggie.
Hey, look. All we're doing down there is just chucking up three-point shots. Stop trying to be a three-point shooting team. That's all we're doing. Lunch and threes. Thank God Katie's hot or we'd be shut out right now. You post players look so damn nervous down there, you're bricking everything. You're not getting around Harper for an offensive rebound. It's every shot Harper than you, and you're standing on her back. Down here, because of the offense again, we can't even get back on defense right now. We gave them 3 layups.
Hustle, guys.
You're going one pass and done. Screen away, move. You've got to relax. You're just firing up shots. You're not seeing your shot. You're just bricking it up. Relax out here. Defense, 1, 2, 3, defense.
Pretty simple, Phil.
Okay, Reggie very not pleased with the shot selection and the defense neither. Wants him to relax a little bit and get in the flow of the game.
It'll be East Brunswick's ball. They trail 11-6, 1:53 remaining first quarter. King crosses midcourt, gets it to Prissip. They look down for Bloor.
Wasn't there.
Wasn't there. Bloor stepped up, Prissip threw it over her head, and Reggie said they got to relax. They got to get in the flow of the game.
Yeah, they're tight. There's no doubt about it.
Smoji now for the Cardinals. She sees the lane, she'll take it and put it up, and hits.
She has tremendous ball handling ability, and she can put up the right touch.
And you don't want her to get rolling, Jim, because she knows how to put it down.
13-6, Varela, who is in, throws it away.
I'll tell you, Taika Harper with a great play.
Smoji drives again. Has it knocked away. It'll go over to St. Peter's. Monteseschi in. Varela will come out. Ship inbounds. Shot in and out by Sinkak. Whalen can't find the handle, and it'll go knocked away by Harper. East Brunswick will have to inbound.
And the Bears do look a little tentative. They do have to settle down. A few baskets will solve that.
Whalen looking across for Bloor. Finds her underneath. She's fouled.
That's Harper picking up her first foul.
Phil, looks like they got to go back underneath, inside. That's where their strength is.
Well, they got to do something. They got to start hitting.
It is her first. St. Peter's.
I said a few baskets would loosen up a lot of things, Jim.
Brunswick. Courtney Bloor shooting
Courtney
2.
Bloor at the line. She'll have 2. This is the first. Our score is 13-6. St. Peter's by 7 with 1:02 remaining first quarter.
The Bears simply shooting 56% foul shooting as a team, so one of the weak spots.
Misses the second, and into Smoji's hands. Colleen King steals it. Whalen to Prisup, who's fouled, but no call, but the bucket stands.
Hey, nice pass.
And East Brunswick chooses not to press.
13-8.
And Monteseschi on Smoji now.
Ball knocked away. Whalen comes up with it. Quickly to King. Inside to Bloor. Knocked away. Smoji looking for an opening. Finds it. Throws one up and is fouled.
Fouled by Prisup. And I watched Kristen Smoji during this tournament here, and she can drive. She will
Personal
drive with that
charge
ball.
to number 32, Jen Kristen,
If she's covered, she'll pass off.
Well, she's already shown that she can drive. Far and away the leading free throw shooter on the team, averaging 83%, 180 for 217.
Smoji at the line, hits the first.
That's almost a given.
And Phil, if she doesn't have the same shot her father did, it's amazing. Same release.
Fundamentally sound in all aspects of the game.
2 more points make it 15-8. Bears down by 7. 17 seconds remaining first quarter. East Brunswick moving around. Mataseski will take a 3-pointer. Short.
Whoa.
Sinkak to Smoji.
I'll tell you.
And a foul by Whalen.
Katie was not going to let her go with that basket there. Fouled her in the open court there.
It was a good foul.
Same as 2 points, though, Jim.
Well, it's not a 1-on-1 is what I'm saying.
That's right. You're right.
Personal
Good
charge
foul.
number 14.
Ball go out on the side. St. Peter's will have it.
15 foul.
5 seconds in this first quarter. St. Peter's on top 15-8. Ship quickly to Smoji. 4 seconds.
Well, you know she's going to go up with it.
She looks at the clock and puts a long one up at the buzzer. In and out.
Ooh.
Boy, she doesn't miss him by much.
Well, she was a little mentally lazy on that one. She looked at the clock a little too late. I think it threw her off just a notch.
Ladies and gentlemen, just a reminder.
What do you do, gentlemen? 15-8, you're down by 7, and of course, and it's obvious that East Brunswick's been very tight this first
Very
quarter.
tight. Simply, a lot of the baskets they put up just haven't gone in, John. They've rimmed the basket and come out. Reggie is talking about relaxing and settling out. That's exactly what they got to do. They'll probably start the second quarter with Erica back in there and hope to get simply in the flow of the game.
Yeah, that's the point I wanted to make. East Brunswick is a totally different team without Erica Weir in there. Early on, even though Erica didn't hit a couple of her shots, you could see that she is a very important person to the East Brunswick game, and St. Peter's has to defend quite differently when Erica's in there.
Well, we'll see. We're getting ready for the second quarter. 15-8 is our score. The Lady Cardinals by 7. East Brunswick has 5 team fouls. St. Peter's only 2. So that will be a factor here in the second quarter.
Well, you think that East Brunswick did a good job on Christian Smoji. She ends up with 8 points in that quarter.
Well, I'll tell you, if they can hold the 8 points for each quarter, they'd be more than satisfied, I think.
Yep.
St. Peter's will inbound to start the second quarter. This is the GMC Finals here at the Lewis Brown Athletic Center. East Brunswick comes in 24-2. St. Peter's 25-0. Smoji looks underneath for Harper. Has her. And she fights for the basket.
Tanika Harper just muscles that ball up there.
And you can see that St. Peter's is willing to go inside and try to get Erica Weir to pick up her 3rd foul.
Mataseski with it to King. King will take the shot. Short. Mataseski gets it over to Weir. Whalen. Prissa.
Boy, they just won't go.
Someone better check to see if there's a lid on that basket. East Brunswick will keep possession.
And the Bears got to be able to hit from the outside. As I said, Ernie Veda
Prissa
will allow
go.
them to shoot that outside shot.
Smoji quickly straight down the court. And she's going to be called for palming it or turning it over.
She tried to throw behind the back pass and got caught on her hip there. But the Bears have to hit the outside shot. As I said, St. Peter's will allow them to take that shot, but they got to put it down.
Whalen finds Mataseski. Inside the Weir. Ball knocked away by Ship, and they're going to call a foul.
And is that a shooting foul?
Yes, it is, and she'll go to the line.
And Marisha Ship on the foul there. I like her. I've watched her in this tournament too, and she's just a tough defender. She will drop off, as you can see, and go to the bigger players as well.
Shooting 2.
Erica at the line.
And foul shooting, we talked about it, 56% as a team, and it's hurting them, clearly.
Our score 17-8. Bears down by 9. Second quarter action. We're at the line for a second, won't go. Saved by St. Peter's, and Ship quickly to Sinkak. Has rough time keeping her feet.
Nice rebound.
Saved. Knocked away by Monteseschi, and it'll be a toss-up as she and Shaleda go to the ground.
And Kara Monteseschi, as we pointed out, 101-degree temperature last night, in bed most of yesterday. Obviously a little weak, but nevertheless in the game, giving it her best shot.
King for East Brunswick gets it over to Whalen. They look inside for Prisup. She's got the lane. Won't go. Weir finally breaks the stalemate. 17-10.
Yeah, East Brunswick needed that bucket desperately. Erica has 4 points, John.
6. Smoji from way out.
It was way out.
And Prisup with the rebound. She's going to take it to the hoop herself.
Too strong.
Too strong. King on the follow-up. Yes.
Good rebound by Colleen.
Good positioning by Colleen right there and put it back up.
Timeout, St. Peter's.
Boy, it didn't take long. 2 quick buckets, and already Vada wants to stop the momentum.
17-12 here with the timeout. Let's listen to Reggie.
Keep up the work defensively. You guys have got a rebound. You're so unwound, you're both underneath the rim. Why are these balls bouncing over your head? Make the adjustment. You got a chair there. It's box out the chair. It's beat the chair. Get back off the glass. Take it to the basket. We have the mismatch right there. Katie, good job feeding it into you. You've got to take some deep breaths and relax. You're so wired, you're bricking things everywhere. You have the easiest shot right now. Just take some deep breaths and relax. Great job feeding. You're better, like she's doing. Come off triangle where we got some screen set. Now, hold them this one. Don't let them score off their timeout, all right? Defense, 1, 2, 3, defense.
Phil, it seems more a case of nervousness. Than not making the plays.
Frustrated that they're a little tight and not putting the ball down. He said that in the latter part of the talk, to come off triangle. Actually, what he wants them to do is isolate a post player and do a double up screen for the guards. Let's see what happens.
All right, the Bears down by 5. Smoji takes a step, but
I thought she did.
No call. Sinkak drives, throws a brick. Weir with the rebound. King on the outside. Gets it over to Monteseschi. Whalen looks inside for Prisup, can't hand it. She turns it away.
That's strength.
The ball bouncing out there. East Brunswick still controlling. They're looking for Weir inside. They're going to call 3 seconds.
I think they're going to call a foul maybe on Erica. Yes, it is.
Wow.
They called her for pushing off, and I think it was the right call.
She's coming out of the game right away. I'll tell you.
That's difficult.
5:36 of the second quarter. Remember that. She picked up her third.
You know, it was so obvious that while Erica Weir was in the game, St. Peter's was penetrating, and they weren't getting good shots off. Now Smoji's going to be hitting from the outside.
St. Peter's by 5, has the ball. Feed it inside. Harper turns around and makes it.
And right away they go to Harper.
Smart move.
Whalen for East Brunswick. Cross to Monteseschi. They need Kara to get hot. King. Prisup from the line. She'll take it. 19-14 is our score.
Prisup has 4.
4:58 remaining, second quarter. St. Peter's by 5. Sinkak inside to Ship. Ship puts it up. A little strong, rebound Bloor. East Brunswick on the move.
Whoa.
And a foul on Ship.
I'll tell you, delayed whistle by the official there. Ship clearly racked her, but he wasn't sure if he wanted to call it.
Phil, East Brunswick's trying to push it up. I'm not sure they should be a fast-breaking team without Erica Weir in there. Maybe they'll be a half-court team. I don't know.
Well,
it's a difficult call.
Jim, they can't change what they've been doing all year, and they've been running all year. That's what they like to do. And they can run without Erica. They've done it before.
Knocked away. Ball stay with East Brunswick. 4:40 remaining, second quarter. 19-14 is our score. Bears down by 5. Monteseschi into Bloor. Back to Monteseschi. Little give and go. Kara off, but Prisup with the rebound. She fights away inside.
2 baskets in a row by Jan Prisup.
And I talked about it earlier in the game. Jan Prisup may be the big difference in this game. Everybody always talks about matchup, but I don't.
Smoji misses. Harper follows, however.
Well, this game's starting to settle down now.
21-16. Cardinals by 5. Mataseski off the screen from King. Throws it back to King. Whalen now will drive. Gets it back out. Mataseski. Short. Harper with the rebound. Samoji on the drive. Left-handed.
Yeah, that was a left-hander.
Kristen Samoji.
Put a tremendous drive going up with the left hand and putting it down.
23-16. St. Peter's by 7. Whalen. They have a play call. King will put up a three-pointer. Short. And here comes Samoji. And a foul will be called on King.
Yeah, I could see the timeout coming. Reggie wants a timeout. It's 3 times in a row that St. Peter's has been beating East Brunswick on the way down here.
And there will be a timeout, East Brunswick.
Personal foul charge to number 25, Colleen King. It is her first. East Brunswick's 7th team foul.
All right, let's listen in.
Where did you dream up this three-point chucking offense? All you're doing is chucking three-pointers. What are you doing out here? Can anybody at least answer me? So maybe I can devise something to help us. What are you doing? You're standing there chucking up three-pointers. Right now, I don't want to clue you, but we're only about 0 for 16 right now. Get the ball inside. You can drive, you can come off of a screen for a 13-foot jump shot. Stop taking three-pointers.
Let's go, Bears. Come on, keep Harper.
You're not thinking about it. What are you doing? I don't care if you've got to help. Your job's Harper, nobody else. Stop her.
Let's go, Bears.
Defense, 1, 2, 3, defense.
Phil, it's what we've been talking about thus far. They're out of their normal pattern.
Out of the normal pattern, throwing up too many three-pointers. He pointed at Jan Prissup and said, you're doing some other things. Your job is to stop Harper.
The only thing I've noticed that Jan Prissup is matched up against Colleen Cardano, and I think she has an advantage there.
Samoji makes the first. Increases the St. Peter lead to 8. 24-16. Make that 9. 25-16, East Brunswick with 3:20 left in the second quarter.
Samoji has 12 points.
Bears need to get something going here. Inside to Bloor. Bloor turns. Her angle off a little bit, but East Brunswick saves. Mataseski. Whalen back inside to Prissup. Out to Mataseski. Nice move to the basket. It won't fall. Foul underneath and a bucket by Bloor.
Courtney Bloor.
And the foul, I believe, is on Kristen Samoji. That's her second. No, I'll take it back.
Colleen King, excuse me.
That's on Ship, and that is her third.
Basket by Courtney Bloor is good. Personal foul charge to Marissa Ship. It is her third. St. Peter's 5th team.
And Bloor makes it a three-pointer. 25-19, Bears down by 6. Samoji looking for a little room, finds it, throws one up using the glass, won't go. But she gets her own rebound. Ship from the corner, drives.
Good block.
And blocked by Bloor, taken by Prissup. Lead pass to Whalen.
On a walk.
Well, another delayed whistle, Phil.
Katie Whalen trying to hand the ball off to Mataseski. They both had hold of it, and the official called traveling.
You know, I am just amazed by Samoji's ability to go left or right, use left and right hand. That is so rare.
Samoji three-pointer, yes. 28-19.
And that's her 62nd three-pointer of the year.
9-point lead now for St. Peter's. King to Whalen. To Bloor underneath. She'll take it.
Courtney Bloor.
Courtney Bloor's hot for East Brunswick.
She's got 6 points. That ties Jan Prissup for the lead for East Brunswick.
28-21, Bears down by 7. 1:50 remaining, second quarter. Foul by Whalen, reaching in.
Well, Samoji showing a little over, shall we say, confidence.
And it's Katie Whalen's second foul.
Personal foul charge.
Samoji will go to the line.
And of course, they're in the 1-and-1 as well.
Bonus situation.
And she's 6 for 6 from the line.
St. Peter's back up to a 9-point lead, 30-21. King gives it to Whalen in the corner. They look inside for Bloor, and a foul, a whistle's called, and a foul's going to be on Harper.
Her second.
And I tell you, with Courtney Bloor in there going to the hoop like she is, they dearly like to get Harper in foul trouble as well.
It is our second St. Peter's.
And I talked about how nice it is to have be able to go and pick up another low post player like Courtney Bloor.
Mataseski has it.
Her first.
Yeah, her first bucket. Oh, that's amazing.
7-point lead now for St. Peter's, 30-23, 1:30 remaining. Mataseski looking for the steal, won't get it. Samoji in traffic, throws it up.
Ooh, and she almost pulled it out.
Foul is going to be on Whalen.
And
she's sort of taken over for St. Peter's in the second quarter.
Samoji's showing you some of everything. Her entire game.
Well, Whalen has her third foul now.
Varela comes in for Whalen. Samoji will go to the line.
Shooting 2.
She'll get 2.
She has been perfect, 7 for 7.
(32-23), St. Peter's by 9. 1:20 remaining. Inside Bloor, and they're going to call a travel.
The official, the offside official, called that. The official standing about 2 feet away. Never blew his whistle.
1:16 remaining before halftime. 32-23, St. Peter's in the lead. Samoji, she'll take the three-pointer.
Oh, mercy.
What a potent weapon.
Samoji hits for 3 points. 3, Samoji.
And she comes up with the steal. She'll pull it back out.
I'll tell you, surprisingly.
Dangerous portion of the game for East Brunswick.
Heads up, but surprising.
Ship takes a step, pulls out, gives it back to Samoji. She'll put it up from anywhere. Inside to Harper. Won't go. Samoji underneath. Fouled by Varela.
And in the last 2 minutes, Kristen Samoji has just taken over this entire
she just
game.
put on a show, clearly, offensively and defensively.
And it's clear East Brunswick has not faced a player like Kristen Samoji all season long.
That's her on the screen, number 24. She's at the line.
Personal foul charge to number 23.
It's almost a guaranteed 2 points there.
First. Samoji on the line, shooting 2.
Makes it 36-23.
Well, she has 21 points.
Make it 27.
They are snowballing it now.
14-point lead now for St. Peter's. 35 seconds remaining before half. Varela falls.
Oh, wow.
And throws it away. And here comes Sinkak. She's got Samoji in the lead. Back to Harper.
Ooh, mercy.
Won't go. And Harper loses control of
the
it.
Bears get a big break there. Nice feed by Samoji. Harper just didn't have the right touch, and fortunately for the Bears.
King quickly to Varela, inside to Prissup.
Too hard.
Too hard. 12 seconds. Samoji being pressured. She still retains control. Looks for Sinkak off East Brunswick.
She just pats that ball, Jim.
It's a real nice touch.
Cardanio inbound, loses it. Prissup quickly to Varela. And that's it. The first half will come to an end. East Brunswick trailing 37-23, a 14-point lead for the Cardinals.
Yeah, it was kind of an unraveling for East Brunswick here in the last couple of minutes, and 14-point lead is going to be kind of difficult, but Kristen Samoji, I personally think that the experience that St. Peter's has playing in the RAC here, fifth straight GMC final, has a lot to do with this. We noticed that East Brunswick's tight, and of course Erica Weir's her third foul is difficult also.
That really hurt. I tell you, 14 points, but not insurmountable. The Bears, as you witnessed against Bishop Bar, went on a 20-point streak, and they can put on streaks there. They just haven't gotten the flow of the game, and of course St. Peter's probably has something to do with that. Reggie's going to take them in at the half, settle them down, try to get them back in the flow of the game, and this game, by no stretch of imagination, is over yet.
Now, a 14-point lead is something that East Brunswick certainly can overcome, but they're going to have to change their strategy a little bit. They're going to have to look to shut down Christian Samoji, and we'll see what happens when the third quarter starts. So we're going to take a timeout, and we'll be back with start of third quarter action in just a moment.
Okay, we are at halftime at the Greater Middlesex Conference girls final. East Brunswick behind St. Peter's 37-23. Pick up on the scoring. Kristen Samoji has been the show for St. Peter's Ladies Cardinals. 23 points. She has been perfect from the foul line, 10 for 10. That's a big difference right there. Also for St. Peter's, Tika Harper with 9 points. Marisha Ship with 2, and Amber Sinkak with 2 points. For East Brunswick, scoring has been fairly distributed, with Jan Prisup with 6 points, Courtney Bloor coming off the bench, scoring 6, Katie Whalen with 4 points, Erica Ware, who picked up her third foul early in the second quarter at 5:36 and basically sat the entire second quarter. That was a big difference. She has 4 points. Kara Mataseski, who we mentioned has been battling the flu, only has 2 points. Colleen, 2 points. And Phil, uphill battle for East Brunswick.
An uphill battle, but as I mentioned right before the half, it's not one that they can't come back on. They have the type of talent to do it. Granted, this St. Peter's team is a tremendous team itself, but if they get back in the game, continue to play tough defense, start hitting some of those baskets, easy chippies that haven't been going down, anything can happen. So I'm sure Reggie went in at halftime and simply said, listen, we know we're much better than we're showing. I want you to go in and the second half and let it all hang out. There is no tomorrow. This is the county championship. This is the finals.
And number one priority for St. Peter's is to get Erica Weir to pick up her 4th foul.
And I guess if you're Reggie, you keep Erica in now until the end.
There's no tomorrow. Here we go.
Here we go. St. Peter's with the ball to start the third quarter. They lead 37-23, a 14-point lead. Ship moving it around to Samoji.
She's going to take it.
And she'll take the three-pointer, and off the rim, Ship with the rebound. And Mataseski finally takes it.
East Brunswick has to be patient. They would like to have a run here, but if that doesn't work, they can be patient. They still have a lot of time.
And stripped.
Mataseski has it stripped away. Harper comes up with it. Sinkak now will bring it down for the Cardinals. And of course, she's looking for number 24. Almost stolen by Whalen. Oh, and they're going to call a foul on Whalen.
I'll tell you, that hurt.
That's Katie's 4th foul.
You were hoping that it was Colleen instead of Kayleen, because as you pointed out, Jim, that's
and Bloor will come in for East Brunswick.
Personal foul is charged to Katie Whalen. It is her 4th.
And Whalen out, Bloor in, which means Mataseski probably will go to
guard Samoji.
Yes, right. Good point, Phil.
All right, Samoji will inbound to Ship. Samoji ahead, good pass by Ship.
Well,
she'll take it. Three-pointer.
Ooh.
All net.
Oh.
39-23.
And they brought Jan Prisup out on Samoji, and she just fired it over.
King to Prisup. They look inside for Bloor.
No foul.
No foul.
Whoa.
Hacked again. Weir finally won't go. This is unbelievable. Finally off the glass. And East Brunswick just has not been able to find that hoop today.
I'll tell you, it's just a nightmare with the ball rolling in and out.
39-25 now, 14 points for St. Peter's. Samoji in and out. Harper with the rebound, back to Samoji.
2 offensive rebounds for St. Peter's in this half.
They're looking inside for Harper. Good pass. She'll take it inside. Won't go. Weir will finally put her hands on
I'll
it.
tell you, Erica started to go up with and try to block the pass and backed off it. And she's got to be extremely careful not to pick up that fourth.
Mataseski has it knocked away.
I'll tell you, Simkak.
Break. Sinkak by herself. Easy layup.
Simkak showing quick hands, knocking the ball away from Mataseski, and then ending up on the other end of the basket.
41-25. King to Prisup. Inside the Bloor. And finally, one rolls down for East Brunswick.
Well, this is a race. This is developing into a horse race, and St. Peter's has the faster horses.
41-27. Back up to 14 points for St. Peter's. Cardonia gets it out.
Going to try to get it to Harper, see if they can get the fourth foul.
And that's Harper. She forces it. Mataseski underneath, but Samoji somehow comes up with it.
And puts it up.
Won't go, gets her own rebound.
I'll tell you, she's everywhere.
Bad pass that time, and a foul's going to be called against Cardonia.
That's her second, no, excuse me, that's her first foul. Let's check.
Personal foul charge to number 23.
Cardania, that is her first.
It is her
Cardanio.
first.
Cardanio, I'm sorry.
Foul.
Yeah, Shalada's back in.
All right, King will bring it up. 5:10 remaining, third quarter. Gives it to Prisup. Back out to Mataseski, three-pointer. Off the rim. King tries to save, she does.
Good save by Colleen.
Inside for Erica. Erica uses the glass.
Okay.
Boy, I can imagine that would have worked all game if Erica was in there. That shows you how valuable.
Well, they're going back to their basic game plan. They haven't changed a whole lot.
Ship. To Shaladia, back out to Ship. Looking for Harper inside. Where?
Ooh, they missed the fast break.
They had Bloor
I'll tell
streaking.
you.
Prisup, though, will bring it down. Mataseski. They're looking for Erica Weir inside.
Weir's calling for it, too. She wants it desperately.
Bloor can't handle it. Finally comes up with it underneath, and a foul is going to be
tell you.
called on Shalada.
And Christine Shalada with the foul. And young lady had been sick herself. Did not play at all because she wasn't there
Number 41. Christine
In the semifinal game?
in the semifinal
Right,
games
gets
this week.
Piscataway.
Right.
Courtney Bloor at the line. She'll get two shots. Makes the first.
And Courtney Bloor keeping these Bears in the game.
That's right. She's got her 9 points now.
This is the second. Quickly to Samoji, 41-30. East Brunswick's cut the Cardinal lead to 11. And a foul on Mataseski.
That's Kara's second.
Personal charge to Kara Mataseski. It is her
Ball will be
second.
taken out on the side.
Okay, Mataseski is playing Smoji right now.
Sinkak trying to get it inside to Harper, knocked away by Weir.
Good defensive play.
And momentum starting to switch.
Mataseski will take the shot. Won't go. Harper rebound. Quickly, Samoji comes straight down.
I'm not sure
Ooh.
Reggie wanted that shot.
Right around Mataseski, but she misses the layup. King on the wing will take the shot. Short. Samoji down for Harper, who's ahead of the pack. Easy layup.
And I'll tell you, St. Peter's fast breaking on the Bears.
Right.
Something unusual we haven't seen a whole lot this year.
That was a poor sequence for East Brunswick. 2 3-point attempts and then being caught down on the offensive side of the floor.
43-30. Bears trail by 13. Mataseski. Ball still bounding around. Erica on the rebound. Fouled, and it'll drop.
I'll tell you, Erica Ware's presence shown in there. She's controlling the boards right now.
And that foul picked up by...
Basket by Erica Weir is good. Personal foul charge to Carmen.
I'll tell you, fortunate bounce.
It is her second. St. Peter's 13.
Erica at the line.
Shooting one.
Short.
Foul shooting.
And here comes Samoji and St. Peter's. Samoji, a little stutter, right to the basket, won't go. Weir with the rebound.
And Samoji's a little off on her shot right now. Last 4 shots.
Mataseski quickly looks to the wing. Prissup will drive the lane. Has the opening. Bloor by herself. Won't roll. She'll try it again. Yes.
Courtney Bloor. And we talked about the heir apparent to Erica Ware, and Courtney Bloor is keeping the Lady Bears close.
43-34.
That's down to under 10 now.
9-point lead for St. Peter's. They led by 14 at the half.
And they had a 17-point lead, John, at one juncture in this third quarter.
Samoji on Mataseski, gets around, throws it up. Won't go, spins out.
Kristen Samoji has missed her last 5 shots.
And East Brunswick will bring it up. Chance to bring it within 7. Prissup gets the screen from Weir. King back to Prissup. Jan will take it. Short.
Ooh.
No one underneath for the rebound.
And I think more importantly, East Brunswick is not going inside like it had before. 4 outside shots, all coming up empty.
1:40 remaining, third quarter. Harper from way outside gets it to Samoji. She'll take the three-pointer. Short.
And she is cold.
Prissup.
She is ice cold right now.
I'm not sure St. Peter's wanted that shot. Maybe they did.
King looking for some help. Gives it to Prissup.
They got to work it inside. They have to work it inside.
They get it to Erica inside. She takes it, turns, hits.
Yes.
And that might be worth a timeout for St. Peter's.
And they want the timeout. You're right, Jim.
All righty.
It's 43-36. East Brunswick's cut the lead to 7.
I'll tell you, the Bears are back in this game.
They are back in this game because they have been successful when they go inside.
Let's go down to Reggie.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
Guys, that was a real time.
Hey, look. Listen. Whoa. Listen up. Just keep going in low. Look. If that's Carl, all right? I don't want you out of the picture watching, so look. Let's say this is Kara's side. All right, Jan. You're up. Courtney's down, all right? Here's Erica. If we come to this side, look to go low to Erica or, all right, Reed. All right, now, if it comes to this side, Jan, you screen down, Courtney come up, look to go in low or vice versa. Take your time, get it in low. Now listen, Kara took a shot from this side. You are on that side and the redhead gets a rebound. Every time the shot goes up, you two crash. Defense, 1, 2, 3, defense. Come on, keep it going.
They want it inside, Phil.
As Jimmy pointed, it's been saying all along, they want to continue to push that, put that ball down low, inside, and get it up. Bears scoring 13 points in this quarter.
Samoji dropping that shoulder and pushing.
They're going to call it before the shot.
It's going to be on Prissup, I believe. I didn't see who it was called on.
Could have been on Courtney Bloor.
Courtney Bloor, her first foul.
Only her first. East Brunswick team, third team.
And all by herself was Shaleda.
Boy, at this point, you don't want the players that don't normally score to score.
45-36, St. Peter's by 9. 55 seconds remaining, third quarter. GMC finals. We are underneath.
Boy, she's getting triple teamed.
And fouled by Sinkak.
Fourth team foul for St. Peter's. Fouls will become a critical situation here in the fourth quarter.
Personal foul charge to number 50, Amber Sinkak.
And that's Sinkak's first foul, so.
Talking about foul shooting opportunities, Phil.
King finds Bloor, finds the glass, won't go. Weir crashes the boards and puts it up and fouled.
And I think they're going to call, no. What are they going to call on this one?
Oh, no,
mercy.
I can't believe it.
Boy, that's a crucial call there. Crucial call.
Mercy.
Takes 2 off the board and makes Erica
I'll
with
tell
a
you,
foul.
Erica Ware's fourth foul and now offensive foul.
Well, Reggie's going to get her out for the remainder of this quarter. There's only 40 seconds left, John.
40 seconds, 45-36. We don't know what that call was all about. but it does take points off the board for East Brunswick. Ship.
They're going to go for one, it looks like.
27 seconds. Setting the play up. They'll give it to Samoji.
Boy, you want to blanket her on this one.
Shalea inside for Harper, knocked away by Weir.
A lot of time left.
14 seconds. Mataseski gets it to Prissup. She'll take a three-pointer. Won't go.
And Reggie.
And that should do it. 2 seconds.
I'll tell you, Reggie's words, I don't want any threes.
No.
He doesn't seem to be too upset, however.
That should do it. That'll end the third quarter. St. Peter's on top, 45-36, 9-point lead.
Well, I think East Brunswick was able to chip away at that lead and bring it under 10, but boy, those opportunities there, and especially Erica getting her 4th foul on that push-off that was called.
I'll tell you, let's hear what Reggie has to say here.
Great job, great job.
Come on.
Hey, now listen, they just go to the delay game. Why don't we remember how to defend it? We've practiced against this for 2 weeks. Recognize. Okay, come on. You know what to do against that. All right, Katie's starting out again. Now, better yet, let's start out. Watch yourself. 2 minutes, no fouls, all right? Courtney, Erica, all right, Jan, Colleen, and Kara start out. Let's go. Come on. Stay tough in that glass. All right, hustle. 1, 2, 3, hustle. Come on.
All right, we're down to the last 8 minutes of the GMC finals.
And Reggie's sending Erica back out there with 4 fouls. He really doesn't have much of a choice. If they're going to get back in this game, they got to make up some ground.
It'll be East Brunswick's ball. Final quarter, 45-36, Bears down by 9. King.
Boy, they need a basket here.
Gives it to Prissup. Prissup out to Mataseski. Back to King. Looking inside to Bloor. She's got it. She turns. Forces one. A little hard. Samoji saves it. Samoji quickly takes it the length of the court.
And
Weir with the rebound.
And Samoji knew what she was doing, trying to drive and make Erica Weir commit that 5th foul.
Mataseski to Prissup. Takes the shot. Makes it.
7-point game.
And Jan Prissup's 8th point of the game.
45-38.
All righty. St. Peter's might want to go to a delay here.
Comes down to the East Brunswick defense. Shaleda back to Samoji. She'll take the three-pointer. Off. Bloor with the rebound. Has it knocked away.
Incredible.
Goes East Brunswick's way.
And I'll tell you.
All right, we're alive here.
King to Prissup inside to Weir. She turns, uses the glass and makes it. 45-40. Bears down by 5.
2 quick buckets.
East Brunswick looking to play defense here. Crowd really getting into it now. Sinkat gives it to Harper. To Ship. Back to Samoji. Samoji drives.
Okay.
Nice move to the bucket.
Once again, Erica Weir had to back off.
That ends a dry spell for Christian Samoji.
47-40. Mataseski looks inside for Weir. Finds her. She rolls another one in.
They can't stop her.
16 points for Erica Weir.
47-42. 6 minutes remaining in the game. Samoji on Mataseski. Gives it back out to Sinkak. Sinkak to Shaleda. Back to Samoji. Ship takes the shot.
Gotta let her have it.
It's off. Weir with the rebound.
Okay. And here come the Lady Bears.
And Courtney Bloor's out front if anybody wants to look.
They'll set it up. King looks inside for Bloor. They have her. She'll use the glass. Yes.
Mercy, mercy.
44-47. East Brunswick down by 3. St. Peter's wants a timeout.
I'll tell you.
And boy, has this game turned around.
The Lady Bears have come, and it's not a timeout, gentlemen.
They didn't call it. Now they'll call it.
The Bear players have headed for the bench thinking it was a timeout, and
What a
all of a
play.
sudden the action was there. The official says it's not timeout till I say it's timeout.
All right, let's go down to Reggie.
Hey,
We gotta punch it in there. This game is ours, man.
look, down this end, whoa, just remember, if you don't have it, spin out, you come across. All right, now listen, defensively, you're in the middle. Deny your girl. Same thing, deny your pass. She's got the tough job because she's gonna need to give Kristen room, right? You've also got to. If they go to that delay, which they probably won't, you know what to do. Right now, listen, we hold again. Don't panic down here. Hell, if we need 2 minutes to score, we're fine. Let's go. Right, come on. Come on, defense. 1, 2, 3.
Well, I'll tell you what that timeout was all about from St. Peter's venture, but Phil, you got any comment about
I'll
what?
tell you, well, you feel it in the huddle there. They're just terribly excited.
right.
They're confident. They feel that this game is theirs, and Reggie just wants them to take good shots. They've been going a double low post. Bloor and Erica Weir down low has put them back in this game.
What I wanted to say, that timeout for St. Peter's was directed at trying to get Erica Weir to get her 5th foul, and now Erica sits on the bench, which is interesting. Good move by Reggie Carney, the coach.
All right, they're going to try to deny this inbounds pass. Officials coming to the scorers table. We have 5:17 remaining in the game. East Brunswick trails 44-47. They were down by 17 at one point in the second quarter.
And I talked about that fact that he could go on streaks of 20, and they put up 15 right here.
Here we go. Samoji with the ball. She'll take her time.
Well, I don't know if the clock's a factor right now.
Mataseski will stay on her. A lot of bumping and pushing underneath. Inside for Harper. She turns on Prissup. Won't go. And it goes East Brunswick's way.
That's right. Shaleda had the rebound, but it went off her hands.
I'll tell you, momentum clearly on the sides of the Bears. Everything that's happening seemingly going the Bears' way right now.
King to Whalen, who's back in, inside to Prissup. Jan has it knocked away. St. Peter's will control.
Tough possession there for the Lady Bears.
Didn't want to lose that one. Samoji drives by herself, gives it to Shaleda. Back to Samoji. Takes the lane and makes it.
And I tell you, Samoji just willed that basket.
49-44. St. Peter's by 5. King gets it over to Whalen. Inside to Prissup. She'll turn, take the jumper. Won't go.
Nobody
no one
on the
underneath.
boards.
Momentum has changed slightly. As St. Peter's has a 5-point lead, 49-44.
And if
Sinkak has it knocked away.
Boy, I
good hustle by Prissup, and Whalen diving for it. I mean, Bloor.
And Erica Ware coming back, John.
You got to do it, Phil.
Had to get her in there.
3:52 on the clock.
This is a nice lineup for East Brunswick right now.
Samoji. Shaleda by herself. Won't go. Harper.
Tough
follow-up. Finally,
Erica.
Ware pulls it down.
Big rebound.
Mataseski.
King's out on the wing.
They don't see her. Kara will start things off. They'll give it to King. They'll look inside for Erica. She has it. Bad shot that time, but Bloor follows up.
Boy, I thought she was
I'll
fouled,
tell you,
too.
that double low post, and St. Peter's cannot contend with
They
it.
can't handle it.
Bears down by 3, 49-46, 3:20 on the clock. Fourth quarter action, Samoji drives and is fouled.
And who committed the foul?
I think it's Prissup. Now they're calling it on Bloor, 41. Her second.
Basket by Kristen Smoji is good. Courtney Bloor picks up
And
the second.
Kristen Smoji, as you take a good look at her, wants the ball in her hands at this juncture of the game. She's trying to take it over.
She misses. Harper pulls it down, however. And double dribble on Harper.
And I tell you, did you see Erica go up for the rebound, felt her body over the back and just backed off? Once again, smart playing on her part.
5-point lead for St. Peter's, 51-46. 3 minutes left in this game. Prissup. Mataseski.
Boy, this double front is good for East Brunswick.
Jan will take it. She'll drive. Gives it, and a foul will be called on Harper.
I believe that's 16 foul. Harper picks up her third. You're right, John.
And it'll be out on the side. I don't think they say she was shooting.
No, East Brunswick will keep possession.
And it's a
Harper, it is her third.
15th foul.
Team foul.
Colleen King looking for some help, finds Weir out to Prisup. Bears down by 5, 51-46. Mataseski getting tied up, she finds King. King looks inside for Weir, knocked away by Harper.
I'll tell you, force in there. And Harper coming up and knocking it away.
2:35 left in the game. They're all up front now. Someone's gonna break.
Whoa, somebody open
Shaleda.
underneath.
Wide open. Wide opens.
3 seconds, she stood there about 15
And a
in the
big
lane.
break for the Bears.
St. Peter's just moving it around. They're in no rush as Samoji will then pull it out and bring it around.
All right, if you're gonna foul anybody, there's the one to do it.
And the Lady Cardinals trying to take some time off this clock here. Delayed game.
2 minutes. Inside,
I'll tell you.
Shaleda.
Shaleda, same person that was wide open
And
before.
Reggie wants a timeout.
I'll tell you, you can't lose the young lady like that.
That's right.
53-46, the lead back to 7 for St. Peter's.
Couple of crucial mistakes by the Lady Bears.
I'll tell you, the substitution may have caused that. They just got confused. That lady was open twice.
Let's listen.
You trap with the post player and the guard. You know that. You've practiced this for how many weeks now? You know that.
We got to foul.
Right now, Ship or Amber, or especially if that other kid touches it, we've got to foul them. Not Samoji. Your loud pass has got to be higher. Let's go. Come on. Come on. Come on. Suck it up. You know what to do against
Now
that
giving up
kid.
fouls, Phil.
Well, 2 fouls to give, so.
Right. And I think what's significant is Reggie was imploring them that they have practice against this stalling defense or offense on the part of St. Peter's, and there was no reason for Shaleda to be open underneath. Now, East Brunswick needs a big basket here, no doubt about it. They got to get it quick.
Looking to be a tall order with 1:49 left. The Bears down by 7. Prisup. Mataseski, she'll take the three-pointer. Yes!
Wow!
She's made it.
That's her 42nd three-pointer of the year, and it couldn't have come at a better time.
53-49. 4-point lead. St. Peter's, 1:25 left in the game.
They're saying foul. That was the opportunity
Took
right
before
there.
it got to Smoji's
There you
hands.
go. Now you want to foul her.
That's almost
And
intense.
that's
They got to be
Almost.
careful.
Almost.
I'll tell you, the officials giving them the benefit of the doubt. Fouled by 2 players there.
That was close.
King with the foul. It'll put Ship at the line.
Colleen King picks up her second personal.
Ship is a 71% foul shooter, 29 for 41
Whalen
on the
comes
year.
back in, Bloor comes out.
And I think that's Katie.
It's on the side. It's just the 16th foul. As I said, they had 2 to give before.
All right, the foul was on King.
And it's stolen.
Stolen, and Mataseski comes up with it. The
And
foul
the
on
foul on
Samoji.
And that will be a 1-and-1 now for East Brunswick. Let's check now.
It should be.
No, that's just the 16th foul. East Brunswick's going to get it on the side, John. And at this juncture, I think they'd like it on the side.
53-49 is our score. 1:14 left in the game. Bears trailing by 4. Whalen has some room. Gets it inside to Erica. They'll let her take the shot. She misses.
War on the other side.
Foul against
King, rather.
King. Had the rebound and was fouled.
And she'll shoot 2.
That'll be a 2-shot foul, and Samoji picks up her third.
Kristen Samoji picks up her third personal. St. Peter's 7th team foul.
Colleen King will go to the line.
Colleen King on the line for East Brunswick.
And Colleen, just a 42% shooter from the foul line. Let's see.
Yes, she makes it. 53-50, Bears down by 3. This could be cut to a basket here. She does. East Brunswick down by 1 basket.
And
Oh,
steal.
stolen by
Oh,
Whalen. Out of bounds. Great play, though.
Still,
I'll tell you.
has to shake up St. Peter's anyway.
I'll tell you, they're everywhere.
Boy, I'll tell you what, give East Brunswick credit for coming back from this deficit. They were down by 17, and I, for one, was giving up the ship. But it's not sunk yet.
They're only down by 2 with 1:06 left. 53-51.
Ooh.
Ship.
Might want to foul her.
And that's what they do. Colleen King picks up the foul.
I think it's a good foul right
It really
there.
was. Tell you what, even if she makes 1 of 2, East Brunswick still can tie this game on a 3-pointer.
However, Ship is a 71% free throw shooter.
I'll take the odds, Phil, at this
Okay.
point.
And that 71 may be deceiving because most of the foul shots taken by the St. Peter's team is taken by
And non-pressure situations, because they've blown out so many opponents.
Moji, right?
All right, Marissa Ship at the line. She's in the bonus situation. She misses it. East Brunswick has it. Knocked away.
And
Foul,
foul.
backcourt foul.
And Prissip is going to go to the line now. Jan Prissip.
And this place has gone crazy, folks.
All right, Ship, I think that's her 4th foul.
57 seconds.
Charge to Marissa Ship. It is her 4th.
And
At the
Prissip,
line will be Prissip. Big opportunity here.
Both teams in the 1-and-1s right now with 57 seconds. And you saw Colleen King just make 2 big foul shots, and now you have Jan Prissip at the line, and Jan's average is
on the line, she is shooting 50% exactly.
All right, here we go. She
Ooh.
misses it. We're on the rebound. She's fouled. It goes. We're tied at 53.
She wasn't fouled, John.
No foul call. 49 seconds.
All right, anybody's game now.
Samoji pushing her away. Gives it to Ship. Sinkak. Back to Samoji. 37 seconds. Shaleda all by herself.
don't understand that. I don't understand
And they
that.
called the foul, too.
They called the foul after the shot. Shaleda has been open twice, wide open, nobody there.
Boy, and Shaleda sinks a big shot.
Basket by Christine Ship.
Foul on King.
And Christine Shaleda at the line, as I mentioned, a young lady who didn't even play against
Reggie wants a timeout, Phil.
Piscataway because she was ill.
55-53, 35 seconds left in this game.
All right, you just employ your team now at this point.
Well, let's listen in.
That's all right. All right, look. Number 1,
No more timeouts.
they miss. Come down, get some good movement off of try. No, let's go up. Let's go up. We can take it in lower, we got the jumper. Now listen, if we do not, if they make that foul shot, we're coming down running triangle. Now, you're at the foul line. You're at the foul line. You know you've got to take Amber's head off. Looking for the 3. All right? We don't score it, go to the glass, then we got to foul immediately.
No timeouts.
All right. We have no timeouts left.
timeouts.
Just relax. We got 35 seconds, we got years. All right, win. 1, 2, 3, win. Come on.
Okay, Phil, no timeouts, 35 seconds.
Boy,
They
that's
need-
important.
The real key is here, this foul shot.
You saw the huddle itself, how calm Reggie was, giving discrete directions, and
Christine Shaleda on
they
the
just got to execute.
And I'll tell you what, if this is not good, they need to get a rebound.
All right, Shaleda at the line. Shot is good.
Sinks it.
56-53, Bears down by 3, 34 seconds left. King brings it up quickly. To Whalen. They're looking for some help. Mataseski
They're all over Kara.
drives, has it fouled, a foul by Harper.
19 seconds. Monaseski, the best foul shooter for the Bears, shooting at 83% per clip at the line for an all-important 2.
And that's Harper's 4th
Stacey
foul.
Harper picks up her 4th personal.
What a game, gentlemen.
I'll tell you, everything we
It is
thought
a
it would
great
be.
game.
What a second half comeback by East Brunswick. Down by 14. They trail now by, oh, she misses it.
That's 1-1. Everybody stop.
No, that was a 2-shot foul.
Well, the officials.
Everybody looked at each other.
Yeah.
I'll tell you, scared me.
The official under the basket just plainly blanked out.
Well,
everyone's.
All right, Carney wants an explanation.
Official coming over to the scorer's table.
He's putting. I think he's asking for some more time.
Well,
on the
yeah,
clock.
the clock stopped with 19 seconds, so they added the 2 seconds back.
Ladies and gentlemen, it was a two-shot foul. Monteseschi will be shooting the second of a two-shot.
All right, Kara will get one more. Bears down by 3, 56-53, 19 seconds will remain after this shot. She makes it. Bears down by 2. They're pressing.
Got a foul.
And they foul Sinkak. That's foul on King.
Her fourth foul.
And it's a good foul at this juncture. Wasn't Smoji Sinkak at the line?
Boy, I'll tell you what. They're doing. This is a game of strategy.
Amber Sinkak, a 4-year starter for St. Peter's, shooting at 59% from the foul line.
No, I'm sorry.
Colleen King has fouled out.
And I tell you, she's played a spirited game, tough defensively.
All right, Sinkak at the line, 17 seconds. They got to crash the boards, Phil.
Amber Sinkak on the line for St. Peter's, shooting.
It's bonus situation. She misses. Weir's got the rebound.
And
16 seconds.
No timeouts for East Brunswick.
13 seconds. 54-56. Bears down by 2. Press up. 7 seconds. Inside Erica Weir. She makes it.
I'll tell you.
We're tied at 56. 3
I'll
seconds.
tell you, I thought she was fouled.
We're going overtime.
Mercy.
Overtime.
What a
Here at
game.
the rack.
What can you say?
We're tied at 56.
We've
Big
seen it all,
hustle play.
gentlemen. I tell you, down 17 points. The Bears come back, kept their poise, executed perfectly down the stretch under a pressure situation. What can you ask for?
Let's listen to Reggie.
Enough. Sit down. Sit down. Now listen. You've got Kristen. Don't fall asleep. Okay, now listen. As she's dribbling, trying to beat Kara, you can't be daydreaming. Does everybody remember man passive defense? Give me one of them too. Sure. Man passive defense. Below the ball. The help has got to be in the lane. Kara's doing her job. Kara will make her go left. Help's got to be there. Now, whoa. As the post player steps up, the guard's got to rotate down. You got to take the box. Let's go. Win the jump ball. Come on. Win. 1, 2, 3, win.
All right.
Richie Carney, the picture of calm, trying to.
We got a new game here. 3 minutes.
A brand new game, and I tell you, for 3 minutes, the Bears have to play hard, and it's theirs.
Every foul is a bonus.
Needless to say, this is a big tip.
3 minutes of overtime. East Brunswick will control. That's Bloor. It's Bloor, Monteseschi, Prisup, Weir, and Whalen for the Lady Bears. Monteseschi.
Colleen.
Bad pass that time, goes right to Harper. Smoji now will try to turn it on, I'm sure. Ship. Shaleda, who's been nemesis this last quarter. Sinkak.
Boy, Monteseschi guarding Smoji real tight.
I'll tell you, Lady Cardinals looking for a good shot. They're not going to take any bad shots at this juncture, neither team.
Smoji drives, hooks, makes it.
Hey, and that's just an all-American move right there. That's all you can say. Driving.
58-56. They give her a lot of leeway with that ball, I'll say that.
Ooh.
Monteseschi loses it off her knee.
All right, she's got to calm down. That was a mistake.
Smoji will bring it up. 1:58 remaining in this overtime period. St. Peter's with a 2-point lead, 58-56. Ship. Stolen by East Brunswick. Whalen. She'll have an easy layup. And we're tied at 58.
Katie Whalen going up with her left hand. I might have gone up with my right on that one.
As long as she went up, it doesn't matter. Minute 30 left. Samoji will take the three-pointer.
I think that was partially blocked.
It'll go East Brunswick's way.
Yes, Matuszewski got a hand on that one.
East Brunswick finally catches a break.
And Samoji just looks and shakes his shoulder.
Boy, I'll tell you what, we're almost down to a minute.
Matuszewski to Prissup. They look inside for Weir. She's got it. Uses the glass, a little short. Minute 13. Samoji quickly. Matuszewski's on top of her. They can't give her the lane. They do. Ball knocked away. Somehow she comes up with it. And Weir with the rebound.
Weir with the big rebound.
1 minute left, John.
We're inside that minute, 58 seconds.
I'd low post with Bloor and Weir down low.
That's what they do. Bloor's foul.
Ooh.
Foul by Shalady.
And I'll tell you what's caused the Lady Cardinals fits all night, the double low post. The right one doesn't get you, the left one will. They've been going to Erica Weir and Courtney Bloor, and it's just paid off down the stretch. Courtney Bloor, a 6 feet sophomore at the line here, and she's played a whale of a game today.
She'll shoot two. Misses the first. 51 seconds showing on the clock. A lot of pressure for a sophomore, Phil. Misses the second. And a foul against Prissup.
And she fouls Sinkak.
All right, that's only Jan's second foul, I believe.
And every foul shot at this juncture is a pressure foul shot. Again, Amber Sinkak has been there before, a 4-year starter. She knows what it's about. She's been to this rack 4 years, so we'll see.
She misses. St. Peter's keeps possession, however.
And she walked.
No walk call, nothing called.
Okay, it's in Samoji's hands.
40 seconds, three-pointer, off the rim.
Big rebound here.
Whalen's got it. We're tied at 58, 36 seconds remain.
All right.
Timeout, East Brunswick.
That's right. This is overtime, so they can do it.
My heart jumped.
She let go of that ball.
I'll tell you, she called timeout, shades of Perth Amboy. My heart jumped.
You forgot it was overtime, huh, Phil?
Overtime.
Oh, God. I have to tell you, that I've been covering basketball a long time. This is one of the most thrilling games I've seen.
Look at Reggie smiling and coaching. Let's go down, Dave.
The only way we get in trouble is if you're going to dribble the ball too long, we're going to try and do. All right, so look, we can run up quick, okay? You'll be coming off. You'll be coming off. Now, whatever side, let's say she throws to Jan's side, you continue on a screen for Kara. Try to, if you're on the ball side, you come across, you get it low. Look, just take your time and get a good shot. Now, let's go up. If we don't score, you'll be point, then you're coming up. No, Katie will be point. Katie point. If we don't score, just play tough defense. Come on, win. 1, 2, 3, win.
What a game.
What a game. All Reggie wants is a good shot. If you don't score, that's fine too. Take some time off the clock, but make sure you have a good shot. The worst that can happen is you go into a double overtime.
Here we go.
Not sure anybody cares, but Erica Weir has 20 points to lead East Brunswick, and Samoji has 30.
Prissup, 32 seconds, clock running. We're tied at 58. She needs some help. Matuszewski has it. They'll get it across the Prissup. 20 seconds. Whalen to Matuszewski. Kara in traffic. Has it knocked away.
Get back.
Sinkak.
And she's pushed by Prissup from behind.
I'll tell you, the ball almost went in as well.
Is that a two-shot foul?
It's a two-shot foul. They're not going to call anything strange. They're not going to call any intentional at this juncture. This place would go crazy.
Sinkak was the one that made that steal.
Okay, Sinkak back at the line. Just missed an all-important one-and-one previously. She's back there now. 9 seconds left.
Shooting 2.
She'll get 2 shots at it. She makes it 59-58.
And the senior sinks the first one.
She makes the second. East Brunswick, 9 seconds. 6 seconds. They got to get down court quick. 5. Erica has it knocked away, and a foul is called on Harper.
Okay.
3 seconds.
Okay. And Erica goes to the line. 3 seconds left in the game. Probably the biggest foul shots of her life right now.
And I think Harper fouls out. That's her 5th foul.
And Tayika fouls out. Erica Ware, you're taking a good look at her. The 6'1" senior headed for George Washington University on a full scholarship. And
Peters is going to call timeout, Phil.
Timeout.
Ernie's going to try to ice her.
I'm going to try to do a couple of things here.
All right, we've got 3 seconds remaining. Erica Weir will go to the line. East Brunswick trailing 60-58.
Yeah, strategically for East Brunswick, John, Erica would like to make this first one. She'd like to make both, but at least the ball is down this side of the court, so if there is an errant rebound, they can have time to throw it up and perhaps win this game.
Simple fact of the matter is she has to make these both. I just said she's the senior. She's been there. These are going to be pressure-packed shots, but if you're going to have somebody at the line, it's not your best foul shooter. You want a veteran senior who's been there, and she's contributed greatly today. It's just been a super game, John.
And if you're just joining us, you missed one whale of a game. We're in overtime. 3 seconds remaining in overtime. St. Peter's in the lead, 60-58. We tied at 56. East Brunswick overcoming at one point a 17-point deficit to tie this game. And now with 3 seconds remaining in overtime, the game will come down to Erica Weir at the foul line. She will shoot 2.
Erica Weir on the line for East Brunswick. Shooting 1 and 1.
She misses it. It was a one-on-one. East Brunswick. That'll do it. It's over. 60-58 is our final.
Wow.
What a heartbreaker.
Wow.
Well, we said it was going to be a game against 2 quality clubs, and appropriately this game ended just
I'll tell you.
the last second ticking off.
Just a super game, John. There's not much you can say. East Brunswick played a whale of game. St. Peter's, you got to give them all the credit in the world. They are the county champions. But East Brunswick put on an inspired comeback, a heartbreaker.
That's right. You got to give East Brunswick a lot of credit. And I want to say something about Kara Motoseski, who was playing with a fever and kept up all game with Kristen Samoji, really limiting her in the second half. She was really not a big factor in the second half.
What a game. You won't see him get better than this, let me tell you. Our final 60-58, St. Peter's. At the last tick of the clock, the game was still to be decided. And so St. Peter's will be crowned the GMC champs for the 91-92 school year.
That's right. They're the defending champions, runners-up in 1990, winners in 89, and runners-up in 88.
And it isn't over for East Brunswick. We still got state tournament time, Jim.
Oh, absolutely. And I think after the disappointment wears off from this GMC loss in the final, East Brunswick can take something from this game. They were in a big game, and even though they came up short, coming back from 17 points against St. Peter's is no mean feat.
The tournament directors.
Well, East Brunswick will catch their breath. They'll regroup and get ready for a state tournament. And a lot to look forward to, particularly after a game like this, coming back from 17 points.
Coming back from 17 points, but clearly a game that the Lady Bears wanted. And I tell you, they feel a lot of pain right now, but they should feel no shame. I thought they played a great game. They showed what they were made out of. See Erica Ware coming out.
For their ceremonies, this is the runner-up, if you will, second place team, and the trophies for the individual players. Erica Weir, who had, about 22 points, Jim?
She had 20 points.
20 points.
To lead East Brunswick. Lady Bears are seeded number 1 in Central Jersey, Group 4, as we watch this award ceremony. They will get a bye, and the state action will actually start Monday and Tuesday, so it's likely that East Brunswick can jump back into action Wednesday or Thursday, maybe even Friday, and that's kind of good. They need to get back into the thick of it.
Right.
Let's begin with number 3, Marissa Ship.
And they're now announcing the championship St. Peter Cardinals.
Question might be asked, will these two teams meet again? It is possible.
They'd have to be in a tournament of champions the only way, Jim. And
That's right.
anything's conceivable when you consider they're rated 3rd and 4th in state coming into here. They may be 1 and 2 in the state for all we know, and conceivably it could happen. I'd be surprised, however.
They might be on a collision course. Again, East Brunswick has to get through Group 4, and there are some quality clubs in Group 4. Most notably is, I believe, Clifford Scott is a Group 4 team.
Right.
They're ranked up there. St. Peter's, though, if they're to get into the Tournament of Champions, has to meet St. John Vianney. So I hate to say it, but East Brunswick might have a little, if I could say this, easier run to the Tournament of Champions than St. Peter's does.
Well, you know one thing, there'll be no quitting the Bears. Reggie will regroup and have this team ready to go for state tournament play this coming week.
Right. I'd be very anxious to talk to Carney right now after this game is the thoughts are fresh in his mind and find out, what his game plan is going to be for the next couple of days to get these gals.
I don't think Reggie Carney wants to be talking about so much the game plan for the states right now, and I think he probably do a little thinking here. Reggie won't dawn on this too much, though. He's been here before. He's won more than his share of titles. As you hear the loud cheer for Christian Smoji, and a well-deserved one. Quite a ball player.
Well, no doubt about it.
But I was saying, Reggie's been around. He's won the county tournament for 3 consecutive years, 86 to 88, while playing at Hoffman. Has 5 sectional state championships, and he's won the tournament of champions in 1989. And Jim, you talked about Ernie Veda, and what a job he does. As you see him walk out there, he's had 2 state champions, 1985, 1991, county champs, 83, 85, 89, 91, and yes, this year, 92.
Fine program at St. Peter's High School in New Brunswick, a tradition, a basketball tradition that goes way back to John Smoji. Now his daughter has carried on that tradition.
And I think probably all tournament teams.
And that's what they're going to do, Phil. And so we here at Channel 8 will wrap this particular game up. Again, our final from the Rutgers Athletic Center, East Brunswick 58, St. Peter's 60. In a heartbreaker in overtime, the Bears fall just short. Hopefully we'll be together with you one more time as state tournament play begins next week. And if the Bears progress through as we anticipate and expect, we may be bringing you another Lady Bears game. So for Phil Hill and Jim Allinder and everyone associated with Channel 8, thanks for being with us. Welcome back to the Rutgers Athletic Center, and Coach Reggie Carney has been gracious enough to join us and talk a little bit about this afternoon's game. Reggie, first of all, tough loss. We congratulate you and the team. What an outstanding comeback.
Thank you very much. It's emotional. It's a tough one. You'd always rather be over here on the winning side, but it happens.
Reggie, from our perspective and listening to you in the huddle, a lot of talk about getting the ball down low and inside. It seemed to be working.
Right. Well, the first half especially, we just didn't get involved with what we wanted to. I made the comment a few times that we're taking too many three-point shots.
Right.
When we knew the advantage that we had was to take it in low. So we had a combination. Some of the times we took it in low, we were a little bit too nervous, so we were firing up, shot after shot and missing everything. But we just didn't get anything flowing offensively the first half. So, in turn, we put so much pressure on the defense that we got a little bit rattled, and we paid dearly.
Yeah. Gentlemen?
Not just the low post, double low posts later with Courtney Bloor in there turned out to be really effective in the second half.
Right. Well, we knew we had to go to something. Okay, what we were trying to do the first half, again, just wasn't working out. So where we talked about the depth that we have, we went to a 3-post offense, and that pretty much turned the tide and made the difference.
Yeah.
Reggie, what kind of temperament do you want this team to have now? There's not a lot of time before they have to get their mentally back into it for the Group 4 playoffs. How are you going to approach that now?
I think it's like we just talked about in the locker room that, not one of the girls can go home saying, if I did this or I did that. I blew the game, I lost the game. That's just not reality. It doesn't happen that way. And, I told them a little bit of what happened the last time I was here. We ended up losing to St. Peter's, and like I've said many times, it wasn't the Huffman girls that blew the game, it was the Huffman coach. because I just made decisions that day that were not very good. And, you know, St. Peter's played well and we lost, but that loss ended up turning around on a season that we were not near as good as the teams in the Tournament of Champions, and we ended up winning the whole thing. So again, I think the main, you know, emphasis we tried to get in the locker room was just that, you know, you're going to hurt. We're all going to hurt for a little bit, but we bounce back next week, because when we win Central Jersey Group 4, when we win the Group 4 state title, God willing, we win the Tournament of Champions, you're not going to remember today.
That's right.
It's just not going to happen.
That's right. Reg, do you go out and change anything at this point? I mean, it's worked so well for you.
No, I think all that happened was, you know, the kids and myself, we got rattled a little bit. We went over things that we needed to do, and we did them right, we did them wrong. I think it's just, you know, re-emphasizing minor adjustments that today, evidently, when we did the things that we wanted to do in practice drills, they worked fine.
Yeah.
When we went away or we got into a different structure, we paid. So I think it was, you know, more of that type of a situation today.
Kristen Smoji ended up with 30 points, Reg. I know you probably came in with with an idea of how many points you want to hold her to. Close?
Yeah, we wanted to hold her to 25, and I mean 30 is fantastic because she had 24 at halftime. Okay, and you know the main thing we had to do at halftime again was just emphasizing that the help defense is what's got to be there to stop Kristen. And in the first half, we were too spread out. And again, I think we had too many offensive problems that took away from our defensive concentration, that we let her kind of run around at will out there.
Yeah.
But the second half, we made some great adjustments, and, you know, down the stretch a little bit. We forgot about a couple kids, you know, the heat of the moment, so it happens.
You know, you talked about when we're going to win the Central Jersey Group 4, when we're going to get a state. That's the type of positive enforcement that you want to give to this team. Do you think they can do it?
Oh, I definitely think they can do it. I mean, today, you know, probably you three guys would agree, the kids would agree, I would agree. We've all seen us play better.
Yes.
So we took an undefeated team to overtime.
That's right.
We had a chance to win it in overtime.
Right.
We had 2 or 3 chances. So again, we're talking that probably at the level I've seen the kids perform, we might have saw, you know, maybe the whole day today, 55%. Yeah. The second half, we probably saw about 75%. But, you know, like we said to the kids, if we just play the way we're capable of playing and do our little jobs, we're unbeatable. You know, I think we came very close today to proving that again.
Well, I'll tell you, I, for one, the girls certainly, that second half played tremendously. They represented East Brunswick extremely well, and I have a good feeling about them in the States.
Yeah.
Oh, I agree. That's what, you know, I take my hat off to the kids, even though we didn't win the game that day, showed so much heart out there, and they never gave up.
That's right.
They keep trying and trying, and again, with, you know, when things are going well, it's easy. When you're struggling and it's not going well, it's hard to keep sucking it up and just keep going after it, and they put their hearts on the line out there today.
And you have to agree also that playing in front of this large crowd and such an emotional game has to have a positive influence down the road.
Oh, I agree, because the last 2 games we've been playing for crowds of 2,000, so it has to have a real positive effect for us.
Well, Reggie, you're not only a fantastic coach, but you're a great gentleman. We appreciate you coming up.
Well, thank you very much. Thanks again for being here today.
Okay.
And that's it here from the Rutgers Athletic Center. Thanks for being with us.